Hello devs, welcome to the video series about Jetpack Compose. So in this series we are going to learn things about Compose like states and the architecture we can follow, how the states can negatively affect our application and how states actually works. So let's get started. So first of all, I've created an empty project with just a text, which is hello devs, which you can see this application running live on my device. So here the text is printed on the screen. So now for using states, we should actually create multiple views rather than just a text. So we can change the state. Okay. So first of all, what we can do is we can simply create a column as we need to draw the elements vertically on the screen. So one and after that another one. So like a text and a button. So let's use a column over here. So now we can define our text and then simply we can define our button. So let's say a button, and with button we have to define our own click listener, and then what we exactly need to show on the button. In our case it will be a text which will be, let's say, click me. Yeah. So now uh, before doing anything else, let's run our application really quick to see the changes on the UI. See, so we can see the changes over here. And now what we need to do is we need to on the click of this button we need to somehow change something on the UI. So let's define a variable here. Let's say a variable maybe count equal to 0, and on click of the button we simply need to increment the count by 1. And also here, rather than hello devs, we can print count value is, it's the count. Okay, so ideally what should happen is whenever we click on the button the value of count should change, and the question is, will the change be reflected on the UI or not? Let's find that out. So here is our application running. The count value is 0 because obviously initial value is 0, and on clicking this value the count value will be incremented by 1. So let's try clicking it. See, I'm clicking it but no change is reflecting on the UI, but internally the value of this count is actually incrementing. But how would our application would know that this widget has to be redrawn to the UI? It will never know, right? We have to give him such some way to know that yeah, something is changing and you have to recompose or redraw yourself, right? To do that we can convert it to a state. To do that we can use a kotlin delegate by, and then we can use mutable state of, and here we simply need to pass our initial value which will be 0, and we don't have to do any code change over here. It will be treated as a variable itself, so we can increment it and we can use it directly over here. And now as we've converted it to a state, so now compose can keep a track of this state, and whenever this state changes, in our case on a click of a button, it will know that this has to be redrawn. Okay, so now let's try running our application again and see if the changes are reflecting. So now if I'm clicking on this click me button, see, changes are reflecting right away on the screen, right? This is because we've converted this count to a state, and compose can track the states and can keep updating the views on the fly, okay, at the runtime. So I think this is the very basic of states in Jetpack Compose and how we can use it. So in next video we will see the how states actually work and how would this widget will know that yeah, this state is actually changing, so I have to redraw, and what can be the negative effects of using states and how we should actually use it, right? So see you in the next video. Stay tuned and do hit the subscribe button, like and share the video if you like it. Thanks, take care, bye bye.